Perfect.
All right, everybody, what's going on? And welcome to another edition of SWAC Talk, the show we cover the SWAC inside and out. I'm your tour guide around the SWAC, see what's coming at you. And we're just going to stop in real quick, man, and chop it up about something that dropped last night. Like 9:30 last night, some news came through about FAMU football and a rap video. So we're going to just chop it up about that. Not long, man. And B, I don't really think it's a crazy thing, to really harp on too long. But before we do that, we still got our 12 team previews coming at you. We got our Jackson State preview dropping tomorrow. You can check out the socials to get the dates of the rest of the previews. Those are on our socials, which is SWAC Talk is our Facebook page. Twitter is SWAC Talk 76. Instagram is SWAC Talk. Also, we're gonna be doing probably a live recap show. I'll probably do a live recap show after Media Day, sometime that evening. So make sure you check the socials for that. I'll let you know when that's gonna be dropping. My Mississippi Valley preview will be coming next week, and we're also working on a couple things for other SWAC sports. Man, I'm gonna try to do a preview for women's soccer and a preview for women's volleyball. Man, I want to just show the whole SWAC some love. So I'm gonna try my hand at both of those. I'm not an expert at volleyball. I watch a lot of soccer, but not an expert at volleyball. So I'm gonna try to navigate my way through those two things, and hopefully they be fun. So keep your eyes open for those. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate everybody who's rocking with us. If you've already subscribed, we appreciate it. If you haven't, please hit that button. Also consider becoming a member of the channel. That will help us out a lot. Like the videos and share them, and feel free to hit that notification bell to be alerted to when anything drops. I'm going to try to squeeze in and if you are somebody can design a logo, can put together a theme song or intro video, man, please hit me up on my socials, on my email, swagtalk76@gmail.com. I'm looking to upgrade my content a little bit. So if any of y'all, man, know somebody that does that kind of work, or you yourself do it and you want to kind of collab with me, man, hit me up on the socials and we can try to make something happen, hopefully, because I want to continue to bring y'all the best production that I can. So just want to, put that out there in the ether. So let's go ahead and start on this, man. Like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to talk about it. So last night about 9:30 p.m., which I don't know, maybe they got the news late, or whatever. But anytime you drop something late at night, I think that's a good thing when you try to drop something that's gonna resonate with people. Sometimes you want to drop things at a time where it doesn't hit the air, it doesn't hit the social media waves so hard. Late at night. So this was a good drop. But I think it's more of, they found out when it happened and, they drafted up something and put it out. So I had actually saw this video earlier yesterday afternoon on my Instagram feed on a story, and I didn't really pay attention to it. I thought because I didn't listen to it, I just saw it. I thought it was like a FAMU promotional thing. I was like, oh, they're getting busy in the locker room. They got the helmets on or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is fire. I didn't really listen to anything or whatever. So when I saw that, this was something that they did not approve of, I was like, oh, snap, let me go back and watch it. So I went back and watched it. Everything else I understand wholly. So let's run through this letter that was drafted up by Coach Simmons and his staff. It says, earlier today, it was brought to my attention that a rap video was shot by a prominent rapper in the football locker room of Gallimore Powell Fieldhouse without proper authorization. The video contained graphic language that is not consistent with Florida A&M's core values, principles, and beliefs, and with an internal investigation underway to determine who authorized the use of not only the athletic facility at Gallimore Powell, but also licensed apparel that potentially violates university branding and licensing agreements. Although I am a proud proponent of free speech and support all forms of musical expressions, this football team, as ambassadors of Florida A&M University, has a responsibility to protect the university's image. As a result of this unfortunate situation, as head football coach, I am effectively suspending all football-related activities until further notice. It is a privilege to wear the orange and green, and as a football program, our young men have failed to live up to the standards set before us. They will all learn from this mishap, and we will continue to work hard every day to become the best versions of ourselves and continue to make Rattler Nation proud. Willie R. Simmons, head football coach, Florida A&M University. So, with that being said, the main thing that I take from this, obviously, is, who authorized this, who made this possible for it to happen. Was there anybody that in a position of power? Were they aware and they just didn't pass it on, or was this something that a lot of time facilities be open in the summer? Somebody was like, "Yo, come through, man. Y'all can make this happen up in here. We'll get down and rock with it." To me, that's probably the biggest thing that has to come out of this is finding out who allowed this, who authorized this, who in the equipment team or what player allowed them to have access to helmets and other gear. Those kind of things to me are the biggest issue. What kind of punishment or anything would be levied against a player if you allow somebody to wear your gear in this kind of situation? I don't, like I said, I think it's a lot of it is the fact that, hey, it's a rap song. There's gonna be, language and stuff in it, and obviously universities can't attach themselves to that kind of stuff. So you have to be very careful in how you do that. If you remember, I don't know if you guys know this, but earlier in the spring, NBA YoungBoy had dropped an album, and his cover was the F.G. Clark Mini Dome. Somebody else said something, but by the time the album came out, the cover was different. So, in those aspects, a lot of times those guys don't mean no harm. They not really trying to, hurt nobody. This is kind of like their way of showing love to the FAMU, Southern, whoever. But at the same time, when you're wearing gear that has the Nike logo on it, you got the FAMU logo on it. There's a lot of different things that that have to be accounted for. And I understand FAMU's side of it. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I don't think this is going to be some long-standing thing. Obviously, they're doing conditioning and weightlifting and stuff right now. So they're not even working with coaches at this time, other than like the strength coach and his staff. So no study or nothing like that. So and I think summer school's over, just about over. So guys about to go on break for a minute. At least a couple days before fall camp start, because camp basically start in like a week and a half or so. So I don't think this is going to be some long standing thing unless once this investigation goes through, some more deep rooted stuff is found. Which I don't really think this is a major thing. I applaud Coach Simmons for stepping out in front of it before a lot of other people start to ask questions. Some of those heavy hitters start to ask questions and need to have answers for some of these things. So I applaud him for stepping out in front of it. I applaud him for doing I like to call it the big school move, the major school move, self-impose something real quick, and we're gonna do this before anything else happens. And that shows, that he at least is taking the reins of the situation and going there to try to nip it in the bud before it gets any bigger. Because if you didn't make any kind of statement and you let this go, social media being as it is, would definitely make this be like a 4 month type thing. At least a month and a half, 2 months. It would be one of those things that people would just ride on. And with media day coming up next week, this week, you really want to kind of get ahead of this. I doubt it comes up at media day because they don't ever really get to the root of too many things at media day. But you do have those people who have the opportunity to talk to coaches after the main thing, and sometimes that kind of stuff will come up. So to be able to get ahead of it now, I think is a good thing. This has been a very interesting off season for FAMU. You had the Kamari Stevens in the portal, out the portal, in the portal situation. Willie Simmons, with his comments on Twitter and whatnot. So I'm not necessarily saying that none of this is a big thing, but it's like a thousand cuts. A bunch of little things that to some people, when you're not a rattler, you from the outside. These are huge things because it's something that you can try to, if you're a fan that get down like that, you can try to hold this over their head, So in terms of, trash talking and off the field, fan stuff, yeah, it's going to have a little traction for a while. But I think in terms of anything else, I don't think it's going to have too much of an issue unless takes place, which like I said, I don't really think it's going to be something that lasts too long. I think it's going to be pretty cut and dry. So people probably get, slap on a wrist or whatever, and then you move forward. But I don't see this impacting the season too much. But I do think that this program, the football program definitely needs to just, keep a low profile and move forward, man, and just focus on the goal at hand, which is winning the SWAC championship and going to Celebration Bowl. This is a big season for FAMU. I don't think they need any more distractions at all. And I guess if you were to have a distraction, this is the best time to have it before everything happens. I mean, obviously, you remember last season, right before the season, the academic stuff came up. So this is like the second off season that something has popped off. Although this is nowhere near as major as that was last season, because that impacted actual gameplay. This, I just think, is something that just has, once you go through the checks and balances, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, I think everything will be, I think everything will work out with not much fanfare and not much issue. So I had to keep talking about it over and over and over. And so I wanted to go ahead and put something out there for my end and just get that out the way because I don't really want to speak on this too much more unless something big comes out of it. I'm not going to keep, harping on it because to me, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, yes, somebody, filmed something somewhere they probably shouldn't have been. And yes, their lyrics are explicit, but that is what it is. But I understand, from the university standpoint, you can't have your brand, associated with that kind of stuff directly, even though you do play that music and stuff during warm-ups and pre-games and stuff, you're doing that mostly like an edited version and things like that. So I get it, but I don't really want this to be something that drags on beyond the weekend. Honestly, for me, I'd be glad that this kind of disappears over the course of the day. So I don't want this to be something that drags on for a long time. So hopefully, fam, you can get to the bottom of this. Coach Simmons, I think he did the right thing, putting out a statement, laying down the law, so to speak, and, moving forward. So hopefully, this can be a cut and dry thing. They find out what happened, how it happened. Maybe it's a miscommunication. We don't know. But, just, figure it out, nip it in the bud, and move on. So, like I said, I don't really want to talk about this too much unless it gets bigger. So I just wanted to go ahead and share my thoughts on that. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Again, y'all hit that subscription button. Y'all hit that notification bell, like the video, share it, feel free to comment. Jackson State preview coming tomorrow at 7 a.m. It's dropping at 7 a.m. Again, man, if you or anybody you know designs logos, is able to put together a video, like a little short intro video, or want to make a little theme music for the show, man, y'all hit me up on my socials. Facebook is SWAC Talk, Instagram SWAC Talk, Twitter SWAC Talk 76. Also, you can hit the email swagtalk76@gmail.com. So thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and we'll be back tomorrow with another edition of SWAC Talk. Got a live show coming on Media Day wrap up coming next week, and SWAC Smoke live 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all continue to rock with us, and we'll catch y'all on the rebound.